What is going on, everybody? 2Bell29 back in the lounge yet again. Make sure to kick back, relax, and grab some snacks. Today we have another Prize Wall Eval for y'all, and it is the Hustlin Prize Wall. That is right. It is the Hustlin Flash Feuds Prize Wall, and that comes with some pretty decent stuff on it, to put it kindly. So this past weekend we had Flash Feuds. A lot of players are looking into what they can possibly get out of this prize wall because there is some very, very, very good stuff involved here. As you can tell at the very top of the list here, we got Mommy's gear, we got Jay's gear, we got Punk's gear, we got Naomi's gear, we got Charlotte and Maxine for their gears as well. So huge, huge value on this prize wall in terms of the gears. Obviously not the cheapest stuff under the sun, as you can tell. It's kind of funny to me how we had three of these gears, the Mommy, the Yeet, and the Punk gear, all on one of the weekly prize walls. And here we go, and we have it on the weekend prize wall. So if you didn't get those during week two's gear prize wall, they are back. They are certainly at the penultimate top of the list. Again, I think if you already have that many prize wall medallions, you didn't just stumble into them. You kind of know what you did to get there. And, props to you. The Naomi gear and the Charlotte gear, Charlotte's cool and all, but her day is kind of come and gone. The Naomi gear, fantastic gear for a fantastic character. Huge gem damage increase to a character that floods the board with that gem damage. Makes her at the top of the top in terms of, being one of the best in this game, period. Not just like best in class, best mod, no, like one of the best in the game, period. And Maxine's gear, very, 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 very strong. A lot of people don't really love using Maxine because it takes a little bit, but that doesn't detract from how strong this gear continues to make her. Gives her a nice gem damage bonus as well, and Maxine is very hefty on the gem damage side of things too, so all these characters can still absolutely wipe the floor with you at 6-star gold. Some of them are quicker than others, but I mean, this is a who's who of gear list right here. So, no wrong choice in my opinion, other than kind of the Charlotte one because it's been available in a lot of other places. And if you get 70, I would definitely tell you to take Naomi's gear over Charlotte's gear. If you're at 75, I mean, it's dealer's choice between Punk and Naomi. And yeah, if you got all the way up to 100 or 105, you know who you're going for if you get that far up there. You don't just happen into that by chance, right? Moving on, we also have a couple more. We have Hall of Fame Ray gear, and we have Tongaloa's gears. These are more of the cleanup crew section type of items, is what I would suggest. They're okay, right? Hall of Fame Ray gear was pretty cheap when the Hall of Fame monthly had come out. I think it was like a $20 deal or something like that, or I don't know. But it's there, it's available. If you like using Hall of Fame Ray, go for it. Tongaloa, sure. Yeah, that's all I really got to say about that. If you're a collector, go for it. And then we have the gear chips. So it looks like these are going to be regular. And again, don't shoot the messenger here. It looks like this is going to be a regular occurrence for Flash Feud prize walls. I don't see why they would have introduced this whole gear chip rework with all these, new gears that they've made available and all this other type of stuff if they weren't going to have an abundance of them available. And so it looks like they're going to be made available on these prize walls. So you get 50k for 5 or 500k for 40. It's definitely not the cheapest thing under the sun, but if you have a lot of the other stuff, and again, you're part of that whole collector crew, not a bad shout to get that. Now, onto the straps. This is where it gets a little out of hand to me. 70 prize wall medallions is like an insane amount. I know what I did to get here at 64. I got everything except the last milestone. I still don't have 70, right? Like, I did a lot this past weekend. I had practically all the CSS other than Queen of the Ring. I did all the challenge tours. I did a lot this weekend, and I still can't hit 70. I can if I want to spend, and I don't want to spend. On top of that, there's no need for me to personally. But I think if you're in that boat of I'm going to hit 70 or I'm not going to hit 70, if you get 70, you probably want to get one of those gears at the top of the list for Naomi or Charlotte, or maybe go to 75 and get Punk's gear to get a strap specifically for Rhea Ripley, who is just a modern showboat. That's all it is. I get it. 150 move strap is strong. I get it. 100% defense strap is strong, especially because she has good protect gems. But like, you can just get those for a modern showboat. You don't need to get the Rhea Ripley specific strap. Like, that's where it kind of feels a little weird. The Hustle, Loyalty, and Respect Special Edition John Cena strap, this is kind of a little bit different because it's a PG era showboat. Those aren't really the most common. And he's pretty good when it comes to gem damage and that whole red move set. He's pretty good with a move damage set. So I don't really know 100% if I would tell you that's a good or a bad buy. But it seems like it's pretty decent, right? And I kind of lean towards if it's a decent buy, it's probably a good buy. Because you most likely don't have that type of strap bonus, and that's not a common one, and there's not other interchangeable PG showboats out there that you're going to be like, oh yeah, I definitely have those already worked up. So it's not a bad shout to look at that. The other straps, we have the Jesse the Body Ventura. Again, this is a Legend showboat. You probably have a bunch of those, and Jesse's not good. And then Alexa Bliss Twisted Bliss 150% gem damage strap. Now this one's an interesting one. Yes, it's a modern trickster. But for those of you that don't have a good one for Modern Trickster, or you already have so many other Modern Tricksters that you're willing to use, this might not be a horrible one to get. It's a guaranteed 150. It is much cheaper in terms of how many Prize Wall medallions it is. And it's for a character that uses a lot of gem damage. So not a bad shout for only 20. If it was 70, we'd have a huge difference. But only 20, it's not bad. And then we get on to our shards. Let's go, baby. All right, shards are here. So, along with the gears that we had at the top, we have Voice of the Voiceless shards, we got Yeet shards, and we got Mommy shards. And hysterically enough, the Mommy shards are the cheapest. I think that's because her shard recruit is the highest. But, I mean, these are all fantastic characters to add to your roster. For me, Mommy's number one in the game right now. For females, period. Not even female showboats, just females, period. That's also a me thing, doesn't have to be a you thing, like I always say. Jey Uso Yeet going nowhere anytime soon. They made him absolutely fantastic. He is cream of the crop status, for sure. And Punk is damn good. Punk is really good. For those of you that like using Punk, like using acros, like using characters like that, he is damn solid. So really, really good choices up there. Moving on, we have, of course, what I'm going to be looking at, the Nia Jax shards. We have Jade Cargill shards. We got Seth freaking Rollins shards. Seth is still relatively rare. Not easy to come by his shards other than these types of prize walls. So not a bad shout if you decide to go that route. Jade, again, I really feel like she's just a CSS more than anything. I'm sure you'll see I was using her in my podcast playback for the female feud. And so she was really good there with the middle row and the +1 MP. So that was nice. But as a regular fighter, I don't know if I'll be using her all that often, especially compared to having Mommy or even Showboat Charlotte Flair. Like, there's other great choices out there too. She's good. She's good, but I wouldn't waste my prize wall on her compared to everybody else here with how rare they are and how beneficial they are for our roster. Queen of the Ring, obviously, very strong striker, decent coach, hugely required CSS. And then King of the Ring, King General Gunther. I mean, I'm not really sold on a lot of these characters, trainers, and coaches. He kind of fits that bill. But as a fighter, Gunther's awesome. He's got some 1 NP moves. He's got some very, very solid yellow moves. He's got a great defense set, a great damage set. He's got flexibility with skill plates, so not bad. Gunther's damn good. It's a hard one to kind of tell you to go for his shards specifically because he's also a 5,000 shard recruit. But I understand if you do. Cody's still top notch. Some people are using that new Blast Gem plate on him. I still use a Titan plate on him. I don't think there's really a need to use either or over the other one. So it's fine. He's still very good, and to me, it's a little bit board dependent because you have to hope that your Blast Gems fall and hope that your Snowfalls fall in a good alignment. Otherwise, it's all just kind of RNG based. But I mean, he's good. I personally have better powerhouses on my account, and I mean, Cody's cool and all, but that's kind of where it stops. I don't know. I also can't use him on the computer because the game just lags uncontrollably, whether it's on the portal, whether it's on my emulator, whatever it is. So I'm kind of skewed against it. There was a reason I was trying to get his, it's like a Santa gear or whatever gear, and that's because that gear in particular doesn't cause the lag and the issues. And then I never got it, so I just kind of gave up on using them. LA Knight, I'm at a loss. I said this recently on a Prize Wall Eval. I don't understand what they're doing here. Like, I don't get it. LA Knight's not that good. His trainer isn't that good. I don't know. I'm at a complete loss. Like, can you make it work? Yeah, you can make him work. Is there enough blue stuff in the world to make it work? Yeah, you can make him work just barely. And I haven't seen what he does with Tier 6 medals, but the flip side of that is also true. I haven't seen what he does against Tier 6 medals, but I got a real strong feeling that it's going to be a lot worse than what he was doing before. I feel like Tier 6 is the medals, and don't take what I'm saying as fact, especially now that I'm, official content creator and all that, but my outlook on this is like Tier 6 is technically our new meta, and I feel like he doesn't scale at all into that. That's just a me thing. I would not be wasting LA Knight shards as my prize wall, especially when you look at the very next thing being OTC. Like, OTC's cheaper. Like, that's ridiculous. Yeah, take your OTC shards over LA Knight. EO Sky still out here. Charlotte Flair still out here. Solid shard additions. Jacob Fatu and CM Punk. Charlotte Flair is still very good. Just a little bit slower, but can definitely win. Jacob Fatu, I've been saying it. I'm going to keep saying it. If you don't have him, you should have him. Period. End of story. Period. End of story. What I was saying on the podcast, I'll repeat it again today. My Nia Jax shards, I started at 70. This is where I'm at on your screen right now. Before buying these shards, I'm at 1,360. After buying these shards, I will be over 1,500 shards of Nia Jax in. And I left her month with like 70 shards, I think is what it was. I will be halfway to recruiting a character, and I didn't spend a single penny on any of those shard packs or anything like that. That's like, if you buy this mega, you get 100 Nia Jax shards. Didn't do any of that. I just sat here and I grinded. And again, don't get me wrong, I get it. She came out in December. We're at the end of April. It's been 4 months and I'm only halfway to a character. I fully respect that. That being said, if I can continue to grind away at it and I can continue to chip away at it, I'll get her. And I won't have to feel like, oh my goodness, she's thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. That's fine. I'll go with it. That same mentality, that same logic, you all should put towards Jacob. You should. He is just, I'm not going to say the best character in the game, but like, he's damn close to being up there. He's usable for every game mode of Showdown, of Boss, of Feud, of Tours, of Blitz, of everything under the sun. He is just that damn good. He really is. We're on to our straps. We got random straps. They're 100%ers. You can roll every class, every era except for Hall of Fame and IOW. So 100% move, 100% gem. If you're missing out on straps and you're feeling frisky and want to roll it, go for it. But they only are 100%ers. They don't go up to 130 or 150. They don't roll less than that, though, which is nice to see that we finally get guarantees. You got 1 tokens, your cleanup crew stuff down here. You got 6-star bronze tokens. I have no idea why this is limited to 1 offer and this one's limited to 20. I feel like this might have been a mistake that this is only a one-time offer instead of 20 like everything else here, but nevertheless, tokens, moment coins, regular coins, and strap parts. To me, this is a huge pick-me-up. 40 million coins for 1 token compared to like the typical 1 or 2 million. But anyway, that's enough of me yapping around and giving you my review on the prize wall. So as always, first things first, I'm hitting these Nia Jax Queen of the Ring shards. There's no way I'm skipping out on those, and I stand by what I said to y'all before. So just like that, 1,560 shards of Nia Jax, just because I'm getting them every time that they're available. For me, cleanup crew stuff is cool, but I have 40 hangers left over. I don't care about these straps in particular. None of the rest of these shards are characters that I'm missing. I'm not stressed about that. Jesse Ventura strap doesn't appeal to me. Alexa Bliss strap is good, doesn't appeal to me. Can't afford the mommy straps. This is the thing that I'm debating between, is either get the 500,000 hangers or get the Hustle Loyalty and Respect Special Edition John Cena strap. I don't have Special Edition John Cena just yet, but it doesn't mean that I won't be getting him in the near future. So I will. I'll take a little detour. Typically, I don't do this during these evals, but I will take a detour and I'll show you what I do in these situations just to make sure. So, Special Edition John Cena is a Showboat PG era, and he's a gem damage. Looking for 150. So, I have a couple 100s. To me, it's not worth spending on the 150 if I already have a couple of 100s. So that is how I make those decisions. And I'm deciding not to get this strap because a jump from 100 to 150 for gem damage isn't enough to justify it. What I can and will do is I'm going to take these 500,000 hangers. That's going to put me over the million marker. That will allow me to get a couple of gears or 1 million gear chip gear instead of all of these other items. So nothing else here that I want, nothing else here that I can rationalize wanting. So I'm going to go ahead and take these gear chips. And then I'm down to 2. So I'm down to 2. I don't really care about the tokens, honestly. To me, the coins are actually really a solid buy. 40,000 strap parts is also nothing to sneeze at. But I'm going to go with the coins because I've been going through those a little bit lately. I've been having a little trigger finger in terms of taking characters up. But anyway, that's going to be it. There you go. That's it for the Hustlin Prize Wall Eval. If you like the video, make sure to like the video. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. Make sure to share with all your friends who have some questions about what they should do with their prize wall. And leave some comments below. Tell me what you did with your prize wall. Did you like this weekend? Did you think that you walked away with enough stuff? Very curious to hear your input on that. But that's going to be it for this one. So until next time, everybody, have a good one.